Da, 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 da.
Hold on 1 second.
Wait, where's GroovyBot?
Okay, we're good.
Why is this server mute?
I don't know. GroovyBot's weird whenever he joins the server deafened, but not muted.
Deafened.
So
Yeah, what the?
He can't hear
I don't
us.
want to hear all our bullshit. GroovyBot just here to play music.
GroovyBot does it on his own or something. I don't know. It's weird.
All right.
But yeah, welcome to episode 27, Fat Thumb's Adventures. We've been doing this way over like a year at this point, I think. I don't even know anymore, but session 27, that's about the only thing I track. Last time you guys were in La Bibliotech Suprem. You had got your cards and you got entry, and this will be like the third session in La Bibliotech. The first couple, you found that some of the scions were dead. You met a bunch of scions and asked them lots of questions. Last session, you fought Chogrash, and he had like the scion of history captive, and you managed to kill him and save the scion. And he seemed kind of crazy. He seemed kind of part slug, and he was pissed off. And he kept screaming about "you can't know," and he was trying to stop you. You were victorious. There was a puzzle involving a moon that I would say defeated you guys, but I don't know. You still haven't opened it up though. So you have this like puzzle to open, and then you headed up north. You met with Rufus, and he was pissed off that you drugged his god. He was very upset, but you managed to talk him down, and there wasn't a fight. And you found the Scion of Religion room with a bunch of different religious shrines where you guys asked about your various gods, and Ches was gifted a glorious gift from his divinity. With you was Kia, aka Moonbitch, and she asked about things that she asked about her moon stuff. She's been seeing monsters on the moon, and she doesn't know what the hell's up with that, and that's what she was asking the Scion about, and he had no idea. And then she also did not have a shrine in the room you guys were in. And while you were talking to the guy, you heard a massive crash in the next room, but you continued to kind of discuss things with the Scion. And that's where we start. You guys are, let me center. You guys are here in this room. You are discussing things with the Scion of Religion, and there are various like shrines in this room that were just represented by squiggles. As far as destinations, you guys had heard of the law offices of Book and Book, which is to the east and then to the north. And then you had also heard this loud smash kaboom from the room to your west, which you also heard was the Scion of General Knowledge, who the Scion of Religion was not a very big fan of.
That's where I'm going. I don't know about y'all, but peacing out.
Why is
Garland will head that way as well.
Why are the first few rooms we explored, why are they like blanked out now?
Oh, you can't see them anymore. Fog of War.
Apotham, you have my permission to enter this room at the same time as me.
Hooray!
One thing I would like to point out here,
I search for traps.
Kind of random narrative.
There's no traps here.
You guys don't have a good chance to rest, so I'll just say you guys get all your spell slots back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, praying in this room, the Sign of Religion, set a blessing, and like magic.
Does that also?
Oh, Golem is good.
Yeah, your resources. So you're you got that too. Not your life though. Like leave your life alone. Everybody.
Leave life alone. Get all.
Yeah,
Golem is good.
Yeah, he gave you a cool ability. I don't know if you wrote that down.
I believe it did. Hang on.
You can touch people and make them better.
Didn't you already do that? Isn't he a cleric?
He's better at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Cleric +1.
Okay, so everybody good? And you guys want to open up this door, right?
Yes.
What about the room that we had to go tell the word to?
Yeah, so there's also a puzzle way back that you could go solve as well.
Well, we heard the clattering from the other room, so I mean that seems like
Right.
more immediate.
That's a more immediate thing. Out of character, is there like some kind of time limit that we're set on before we can like go solve that puzzle? Am I allowed to know that language?
No, I mean not as far as you're aware. No, I mean and
Okay, so that could be like later. We could go do that before we leave, probably.
yeah, I guess that's the third thing is that puzzle. So yeah, the room to the west, the law office is a book and book, which you heard there was a trial going on, or the riddle. that you know the
Oh,
answer
I
to.
thought we were going to the general knowledge area.
Well,
Garland will
That's-
say, I don't want whatever's making that noise sneak up behind us. I think we should go there.
Dude, there's a fucking party in general knowledge. I'm trying to find that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Into general knowledge so that we don't whatever's making that crashing noise doesn't come crashing after us unexpected.
No, lad. You misunderstood. There's a party.
I open the door.
Party. Party. As in booze.
You came to a library to get drunk.
No,
Well-
I came to the library and there just happened to be a party going on.
Yeah. I'm with the Ruka Bar. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on over here.
So
I
you guys are discussing stuff, and he just like puts his hand on the thing and opens the door.
I search for traps and
Make a
silently.
perception check.
And
Inside,
yeah,
as soon as the door opens, you hear a very deep voice, demanding. Actually, in the distance, you see a big ass green dragon and also a scion, a book guy. From your perception check, you can definitely tell that whatever's going on, the scion book guy looks pretty nervous, and the dragon looks pretty upset. And from this distance, you hear him shouting about what happened to them. That's all that I want to know.
I roll stealth and try to
Gonna
and
stealth a
have
dragon.
speed my way up to the corner and try to get a
As soon
better
as the
look.
door opens and yeah, you come around the corner. The scion kind of like peers around the dragon and looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, we have visitors." Like, I'm sorry, Chasper. One moment, please. And the dragon looks very upset, and the book kind of flies over towards you. He's like, "What? Welcome. How may I help you?"
If there's anyone who needs help right now, it looks like it's you.
He it's hard to tell from his like book expressions really, but his pages kind of ruffle in a weird way, and you can definitely tell that seems to be the case. And the dragon is like kind of breathing heavily, and he's like,
Please, if you need to take care of your dragon friend here, we'll wait, but play nice.
says, okay, so Chasprograx, we've been over this already. And he's like, I know, but what else am I supposed to eat? You should know that at least. You're the scion of general knowledge. You know everything in here, don't you? And the scion's like, again, like very nervous. And he's kind of like, well, actually, I mean, no, I just certain topics like sports and arts, and there's different guys for different departments. And Chasprograx is pissed off. He's like, no, it's not good enough.
The dragon man is asking the scion of general knowledge what else he can eat. Am I correct here?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Implying like a food source has run out for him or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Hey,
can
you-
I?
Sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead, Alex.
I was going to say he wouldn't happen to have the same kind of claws that may have killed the scion of natural sciences, would he?
Those were the dire tigers.
Oh, right. Never mind then.
That we know of.
So no, I think one of us rolled an investigation check or something, and were able to discern that it was dire tigers. Correct me,
You
DM?
guys have kind of like poked into this room a little bit more.
Hold,
you-
smash. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could spot, for one, over on the far side of the room is the thing you've all been looking for. It's a cannon. And it looks well oiled and well maintained, and next to it are 3 cannonballs. And across the room is also a target. That clearly the Scion has probably been shooting with the cannon. Otherwise in the room, over here you see a very badly drawn hole that essentially seems to have been smashed from the roof inwards into this room.
All right, so just on the dragon really quick. Can I try and search my memories and determine other valid food sources for a giant green dragon? Can I give him a suggestion that the Scion of General Knowledge can...
Wait, don't we have a book that would give us bestiary knowledge on that animal? Yeah, I do. I remember this. We have a magic book for this.
Time, though? Something like that.
Short rest, I believe. So the dragon. Can I give him an answer?
Yeah, so that's what I would say. Either Apophim looks at his book and tells us what that is or you can make a survival check, I guess it would be, or knowledge nature.
Either one.
What fucking skill system is this?
Pathfinder 1E.
Either survival or knowledge nature, I'll say. Whichever you pick. Every 5e game, I ask people to roll diplomacy, I think, and that doesn't exist in 5e.
Knowledge nature.
Yeah, okay, so you being a foresty dude, you've been around a while, and you know about these dragons, at least. Like, you've seen these kinds of dragons. This one is not a particularly full-grown one, though it is pretty large. It's like almost full size. They usually live in the woods, and they usually have weird abilities related to that, and like their life in the woods where they make their lairs. And they'll honestly eat just about anything, including like people or sheep or lots of just kind of wild critters.
Okay, so I would like to walk up to the dragon and I mean walk right up to him. And I would like to say, friend, I've got an excellent recipe for venison. Are deer or elk or something plentiful where you come from?
So the big huge dragon kind of like is not looking at you at all, but he hears this kind of chirp behind him, and so he turns around and like real slowly and loud and points his big huge mouth right at your head and kind of like exhales a bit. You can feel his breath just over your whole body. And he's like, elk. Of course we have elk.
So I say, listen here then. You take that, you mix that with, you cut up some potatoes, you boil them, throw the elk in the pot, put some flour or something in there, get you some natural herb, or get some local herbs, throw them in there, mix it up, and you got a stew going, baby.
Got yourself a stew going.
Make me a diplomacy check. You're trying to convince this dragon of that?
How does a dragon have the patience to make a stew?
He doesn't seem like he has much patience at all right now.
Yeah, me neither.
I wasn't trying to diplomacy my way, I recognized something he could eat, and I was trying to pass that information along. But he's not buying it.
You like right up in this dragon's face, you're like talking to him about cooking a stew or something, and he's clearly very upset about this notion. And he's like, do you think dragons cook? And he kind of like roars a bit. And I need you to make a will save. Just you right now, though, because he kind of like roars at your ass.
Like right at your ass. Like he curls his neck around your body and roars at your ass. Like, this is what I'm gonna bite.
So he roars at you, and you are absolutely terrified. Would you like to describe that?
When he roars at me, you can see all the color drain from my face, and I just kind of straighten up stark and start shivering, and immediately just turn on one heel and march back towards the rest of them. And in fact, will like shove my way past Apotham and a root bar.
Oh my god, see about Grand Blue Fantasy.
Whoa. So yeah, you are now frightened. You have the frightened condition. You must use all of your movement to run in the opposite direction.
Yes.
And yeah, and then the dragon kind of roars and takes another step, and he's like, "What are these creatures? I'm busy. Can't you guys see?" And then he kind of like pauses for a second, and his like head kind of tilts a little bit, and he takes a deep sniff, and he's like, "You have one. Give me the gnome,
What?
and I'll spare your lives.
Wait, what?
My most delicious of treats are gone, and you've brought one right to me."
You can hear me.
Fuck that
Go ahead.
slug.
You can hear me echoing down the hallway. Give him the gnome.
I ain't giving him no fucking gnome. Who's this little bitch ass think he is?
We're not giving you the gnome. I'm sorry, I gotta get his voice right. We're not giving you the gnome, friend. Says Garland. We're not gonna just sacrifice a member of our party. Surely there's something else you can eat. You know.
I'm not even. I'm so small. I'm the smallest one here. You're not gonna get filled up on me. Take the big dude. One of those big dudes.
Hey,
You're the only
Nice.
morsel left in existence. And he takes another step forward, and he's like, "This is your last chance.
Give him the goddamn
Give me the
gnome.
gnome. I'll take the gnome."
Shit. If you guys don't do something, I'll do something. Campy starts walking up all confidently.
The Scion is clearly aware that there's some shit going on. He starts fluttering. He starts going off to his cave and kind of like rear-ending in there, like you've seen him do.
I ain't afraid of no damn dragon. The fuck?
and thus spake Arukubar his last words.
Spake.
Dude, there's a fucking
Spake's a good
cannon.
one.
Cannon.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the dragon is super pissed off, and he roars, and we're gonna jump into initiative.
Are we actually going to fight a dragon in Dungeons and Dragons? Is this really happening? Wow. Do you know this is like the second time I've ever fought a dragon?
It's not even Dungeons and Dragons, dog. It's Pathfinder.
Damn it, my macro didn't even work.
I can get it for you.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the thing he was craving was the cat.
Oh yeah, the cat. That's funny. Start descending. One moment. Oh yeah, you're getting it.
Oh,
God.
fuck you.
Oh yeah, you're getting it.
What?
The Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you getting it.
Shoot me.
Elder Scrolls always had good music. Fuck you.
I'm a little over it personally.
Okay.
This theme is like pump up music.
Sorry. I was stuffing my face with Oreos.
So yeah, Potham, you are the first up. Your mouth is full of Oreos. What do you want to do?
Fireball. Wait, no. Hang on. Wait, don't I have enlarged person? Oh, I do, don't I? Since my spells got reset.
Okay, give something else. Because they're like,
Um,
please no.
I enlarge person on Arukubar.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna step over here.
That should just quit. There we go.
Wasn't there a thing on here, a quick button to change your size to large? I thought there was.
No, I can do it for you. And then a pop on move so you get that big. There is on your character sheet. Yeah. If you go in their character sheet, and then it's like where your strength is, and then all the way to the right on the top right. Size medium, change that to large.
Yeah,
that should make all your ship upgrade probably. And we'll give you a button to mark that big tough guy icon. Apotham, is that it for you?
That's all I can do.
All right, Pat, you're up next. Your half-orc friend just grew to twice your size right in front of you.
Yeah, he's used to it by now.
As knowing and doing it before, I'm gonna try to ride the dragon. Gimme.
Okay.
Fuck. Not
you have to grapple him first, right?
Right, which is my CMB roll versus his CMD.
No. You're unsuccessful in your attempt.
I'm aware.
I think that's it for you, right? Unless you want to keep point.
Well, I'm the only thing closest to this dragon, so I'm gonna burn a key point and go this way. So 5, 15, 30, 35. I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna stand here because I can't do anything until my next turn.
You leave the dragon's at area, and he attacks the shit out of you.
That's fine.
Oh.
Hit?
Yeah, 24 is a hit.
I think. Hold on.
You maxed out that dice.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh yeah, 17 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he like big mouth just comes and takes a big chomp at you as you try to backflip away. Root bar, you're big and up next.
Oh yeah. I'm just about to get right up in that ass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I just like? And then my gigantic.
You're big enough next.
my gigantic dude's like.
I wish I could ride a Rukabar's shoulders like it was like Power Rangers or something.
Probably could.
There we go. And then as he swings, he yells, "Eat steel slug."
24 is a hit.
Is the dragon sluggy? Did I miss something?
No, he's just calling him
the
slug.
dragon does not appear sluggy whatsoever, except maybe to Big J.
And I mean, he's retarded, so.
Whoa!
That's why you thought he was a slug.
I got 9 intelligence. Dragons hate being called slugs.
Sure.
The move and attack is all you get. Chaz, you're up.
All right. I am going to move up to Big J. I'm going to reach out. And I'm going to touch the back of his leg and give him a bonus.
Buffing the big boy.
Buffing the big boy. You can touch a creature as a standard action and give it a bonus on melee damage rolls equal to half your cleric level for 1 round. Minimum +1. You can do so a number of times per day, equal to your 3 plus your wisdom modifier. I'm cleric 6, so he gets +3 to his melee attack rolls until the end of the next round.
Is it damage or accuracy?
It says attack roll, so it's accuracy.
Yeah, attack, not damage.
That's pretty good, for sure.
I got it.
Okay, is that it for you, Chaz?
That's it for me.
Burrowith, you're super spooked. I'll let you get another will save to see if you can unspook. You gave it a go. You stood right up to that dragon. And yeah, you lose your spook. It becomes the one less spook.
Shaken?
One moment. Something like that. It was not spooked. It was. But yeah, go ahead. Like, you're gonna have a turn.
Hooray.
I'm gonna apologize as a bonus action. I'd just like to apologize to Gamby and say, "Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want to feed you to the dragon. He's just a very intimidating dragon."
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay, then I guess I'm gonna have to move up to.
I've taken you get a -2 penalty on attack rolls and stuff.
Okay,
That's
-2. I can move to here, and this is the shot I have.
Oh yeah, you got that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a normal attack on the dragon. No. I'm going to take a rapid fire. I'm sorry, rapid fire. So I get 2 shots. It's not 3 shots. I have to do a full attack for 3 shots.
Okay. And these are all at -2 from your penalty.
No, I already put those in. Okay. Oh yes, they are -2 from being fucking frightened. Damn. Shook.
No.
I am shooketh.
So
We can't go in there.
4?
I think he had it macroed for 2 attacks and he clicked it twice.
So
Oh, I did. Yeah. It is
The first 2?
Yeah.
the first 2. Yep, the first 2. So it's a 17 and a 20.
Both the arrows dash right through the dragon, and it's able to dart out of the way of both.
I kind of look down at the ground, stick my hand in my pockets, and kick the ground. And I say, "Look, I'm shooketh. What else do you want from me?"
Gamby, you are up. You are the morsel of the day.
Gamby is going to move up here. And shoot.
You gonna fireball all those nerds?
He's really thinking about it because they just thought about offering him up. So yeah, I think he's gonna go ahead and fireball.
Yeah, I can take it.
Where are you hitting or whatever?
My bad. I'm hitting, I guess, this square.
So you're gonna get Big J and Ches as well, and the Scion probably.
But do you really have to do that? Like you're hitting everybody.
Fine.
Feed the rogue to the dragon.
Wants to eat me. And when he asked to eat me, you guys weren't exactly like, you know. You didn't try that hard.
Ches, make your reflex saves. Big J, you made it, so you only take 8 damage.
Got it.
Ches,
So the rogue can't jump out of the way, but the big half-orc can. Okay, got it.
the sign of general knowledge that you see poking out of the tunnel, lights on fire.
See, you're a terrible
You
person.
set the Scion on fire.
And he freaks out and he like runs down his hallway.
It's okay. He's just the scion of general knowledge.
Come
Not one
back! I can pee on you!
The dragon did not make it. I don't think
Thought one of the important scions. We're all good.
guys took the half damage, and so yeah, you're good. This massive just explosion erupts behind Chance Brogak. Do you say anything to him, or you just explode him and snigger to yourself?
Man.
Oh, no, I'm getting ready to cast another one. They see me preparing a spell.
Okay.
Gambit's all business right now. He's in straight up survival mode.
Okay, cool. Chance Brogax is up next. I see Pat over there measuring, but we'll hold on. The dragon kind of looks at you all, and he kind of like, you can see some flames kind of licking his mouth, and he says, I don't think you guys are going to be able to stop me from getting my morsel. It's like, I'm pretty hungry. And he kind of rears back and roars, and he shoots a big ass cone of fire, particularly at Gamby, which I am ruling as does not hit Apotham, but hits everybody else, all four of you.
Yes.
And he breathes just this. Cesare is cheating. He breathes this terrible just cloud of acid
cheating
amongst all of you. Ches makes
Oh,
it. Ches is a good boy. He gets only 13 damage. Ooh, nice macro. Reflex. You take the full 27, Gamby.
Fuck.
Big J also takes the full 27, and Barrowwith also takes the 27.
Also, I was wrong. It's melee damage rolls, not attack rolls, Jay.
Melee damage?
Yeah, you get +3 to your damage rolls.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Nah, that's good.
What?
Nice.
Ah, graphical effects.
Sweet.
I got a plugin thing that does that. Yeah. So the dragon just breathes fire all over you nerds.
Acid.
Yeah, acid. And it burns terribly. It just starts melting at your skin, and the dragon kind of rears back and laughs. And he flies the fuck away. He gets up and he starts fluttering. Big J, you get to make an attack of opportunity as he flutters.
Whiff.
13 is a total mess though, yeah. And so he flies around and he gets a couple steps over here, and he runs right at you, Barrel.
Can I take a reflexive 5-foot step back because I'm shooken?
No, but you're shooked.
Huh.
And yeah, he roars and he says, "I'm gonna get me that snack." And Potham, you're up.
Let's see. Fireball? No, I don't
That's the name of the game lately.
know.
That's the name of the game.
Alright, let's see. So since I have 2 swords in my hand, oh no, I can't do the Hand of the Apprentice twice. Can I?
No, I think we learned that before.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like your standard action, so you can't multi-attack.
Alright, I'm gonna step... oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am going to attack defensively at -4. And with my combat expertise, yeah, yep. He asked me this last time. I take a minus to my attack. I take like a -4 to my attack, and I get +2 AC. And then if I, what was the other one?
You're right.
Yeah. I think I only get +2 though because of this. Because it's like, attack defensively.
Yeah, you get +2 AC, -4 all attacks.
Okay, thank you. And then with combat expertise, I get 1 extra because, but I've taken another like minus. So I'm only getting +3 to the attack, basically, instead of my normal +8. Oh, I crit.
Wow.
But I don't confirm.
You rolled a 15, but you rolled, that's like there's minuses on there, right? So it's not.
Well, that's there's an
It's
8
only
does
auto crit if it's a 20, right? So.
it does an 18 even hit then?
No, 18 does not hit.
Oh.
And there's some penalties there. So you take a swipe at this dragon and he's just
The penalties are already factored into that.
Okay.
A -4?
Anyway, sorry. I miss. Whatever.
Okay.
I still get my pluses.
Pat, you're up next. You've been chilling next to this cannon taking a look. The cannon does not look loaded, but there is all the equipment needed to load it, as well as 3 cannonballs. And it sits on like a swivel.
Okay.
Loading it would be a standard action, though.
Okay. Loading it as
firing it.
Okay. That means I can't double move. I'm more concerned about the Scion being on fire. I'm going to tell my teammates that, this thing looks like it works. Somebody try to use it, maybe. Stop the dragon. I'm gonna go see what's up with the Scion. And I'm going to double move. This is my whole immersion. That's 50 feet, which is my movement, right?
Okay.
I'm going to double move, which is another 50 feet. Can I see down this hallway, please?
Yeah, you peer down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway is the Scion. And he is still a bit on fire. He has 3, little scrolls that are flying around him, trying to pat him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to get to this wall. And the wall has a weird, fleshy bit on the stonework that it looks like the Scion is trying to, get close to.
Well, after still seeing that, I'm still going to enter this room.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And proceed to ask if the Scion is okay.
The Scion is still a bit on fire, and so he kind of doesn't pay much attention to you, but he does shout back, "What does it look like? I'm on fire! Put me out!"
And I guess on my next turn, I can put him out.
You double moved, and then you keep on it or something?
I did not key point. I just double moved. That's 100 movement. I have 50 move speed.
I think you did use a key point too, and you didn't mark it before.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But yeah, okay. You just moved a lot. 2 moved. That's all you can do for this round.
That's fine. Is he in immediate danger? Can I tell if he's immediately dying?
He definitely is not entirely on flames anymore. He's mostly just kind of smoldering. After you put it on a piece of paper and the paper's just still burning. There's no active flames. It's just a lot of smoke.
Okay, so I don't see immediate danger. I didn't know to burn a key point or not to maybe help that factor or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna be gone. It looks like he just kind of lost some edges.
Okay, all right.
Big J, you're up next.
All right.
Still big.
You did say we can move over people, right?
Yeah, you're a big boy. You can step right over him.
All right, yeah, let's just go right over. All right. Let's keep dancing, big boy. He a thick boy. Shit. Fucking 2.
No, 13. I think you got a bonus from Chaz of +4 as well, right? Or did you get that in there?
It's damage.
It's the damage.
And now it's gone.
It's not enough. You rolled a 2. The dragon kind of smiles and snarls, and he's like, "I told you." And it's Chez's turn.
Is the dragon evil?
You being a religious dude, you seen some evil shit before? Yeah, he looks evil as fuck.
Cool. Targeting burst of radiance right here.
Okay. Is it a circle or something? You should draw it.
It's a cube. I'll draw it.
Give me that squiggle, bruh. And what's it do? Is it a save?
It is a save. Reflex save. Targeting it right here.
He's good at these.
He passes the reflex save. He is still dazzled. Hang on.
Dazzled. Unable to see
He takes
well.
16 damage.
Got it. He made the save though, so isn't it half or no?
No, damage is
Okay,
still
just 'cause
there.
it was
He's just
reflex.
he's dazzled instead of blinded.
That's a lot of damage. Look,
He's
you rolled
dazzled.
four. You rolled 3 4s out of your 5.
He's also he's dazzled for 1 round.
Okay. Got that icon. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
As soon as this giant ray of light smashes into this dragon, he kind of strangely, like time's moving in slow motion for everybody doing stuff within 6 seconds. He has a weird moment where he snaps back into fast forward as soon as the light hits him, and it kind of burns him, and he kind of screams, and at the same time you can see his dragon claws and his tongue whipping around in a fast fashion.
Terrifying.
One moment. And appearing out of nowhere around you are a bunch of little frogs. They jump, and they ribbit, and they all just kind of land on the floor with a splat.
God, are these serious Sam frogs?
I don't know. Do these things not have initiatives? Come on. Give me that. Oh, okay. My macro doesn't work. How could you macro?
Womp womp.
And it still didn't put them in the list. I hate everything. We're just gonna throw the frogs in there because I don't know why that didn't work. But and so yeah, Ches, that was your action. Are you done?
Seeing the frogs over there, I'm actually going to scoot back into the hallway. Yeah, I'm going to scoot right here.
Okay. Verowith, you're up next. Seems like a bunch of frogs just kind of fell out of the air.
Barrelwith is going to take a 5-foot step back into the passage, and he is going to fire a rapid shot on that top left row. So a 15 and an 18. Am I still shooketh?
Yeah, give me another will save to see if you're unshooketh. Actually, my bad. But that won't affect your things. No, you're still shooketh, so you get minuses. But you take the first shot is 13 with your penalties, and it hits true, and it just spears right through the middle of this cute little frog and just kills it. Your second attack, I assume you would aim at the next guy,
Direct,
right?
correct, yeah.
Yeah. And that again, it's the same penalty, right?
So yes, so 16.
Okay.
All my penalties are programmed in there.
And you just Legolas, and you just, these frogs, before they even hit the ground, there's an arrow in both of them.
We would like to have the cat also move up, double move 100 feet.
Okay. Where's the cat going? Oh, cat's getting in there.
Move speed, and she lands there.
Okay,
And
cool.
so she comes running in and runs up right north of those two frogs and spins in the air, lands on all fours, hisses, and she's ready to fight. And yeah, that's all we got.
Oh, the frogs are up next, and these two frogs, yeah, they just saw a cute kitty come right at them, and they're kind of like instincts tell them to be terrified, but they've been summoned for a job here, and they both move in on Kiki and attack. That one crits.
That one does crit. So 14.
So it's 8. Yeah. So does the first one hit? A 14?
14 does not hit.
Okay, so then the crit does, and then that's 8 damage total.
8 damage.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, it's frog. Yeah, they both like bite her and just take a big chunk out of her, so just 8 total. Please type that in.
Oh yeah, we good.
Gamby, you're up next. You can see Chance of Broganx's eyes like just staring at you, and he looks hungry.
Let's see.
Don't let him eat you, Gamby.
From where I'm at.
You could probably see a bit of him peeking around the edge.
Gotcha.
So I'll probably give if it's an attack, it'll get a slight penalty, like cover.
Well, Gamby's gonna 5-foot step over, and he's gonna Scorching Ray the dragon. And he's got 2 rays.
We googling. Searing Beam of Fire. Range touch attack to hit deals 4d6 damage. So you didn't. So you're just rolling damage there. You still have to roll the ranged touch attack to hit.
Oh shit!
So
Damn
that
it.
macro is like
Okay.
not all the way
Yeah,
done.
I see that. Damn it.
It's gonna be your 10 plus your stat plus your proficiency bonus. Base attack bonus. Fuck.
Okay, this is the first ray. Second ray.
That's better. Okay. These are against touch, which is a Pathfinder thing. Yeah. So yeah, you aim at this dragon. Even your measly 11 is a hit with a ranged spell touch. And so you score 2 hits for a total of 23 damage. It's pretty significant. The dragon kind of roars and looks right at you, and he's just like, I'm gonna get you! Is that it for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gamby kind of like sticks his tongue out and like taunts the dragon. And that's the end of his turn.
Garland sees this and says, "You know, we're fighting on your behalf. Could you not taunt him?"
He started it.
He started it. Gamby's gonna finish it.
The dragon looks around, and he looks pretty bad at this point. He's starting to bleed his own blood all over the place, and he's realizing he's surrounded. He's got this big orc that's just about as big as him, and there's this gnome that's like getting away from him. He's not going to be able to get his snack. He's kind of thinking, he's looking at this big, you catch him like looking up at the big hole in the roof above him. He looks back at you guys, and he takes a big deep breath, and he again tries to blast your boy Gamby with a fiery breath attack, which again hits everybody but Apotham. he's got the right positioning about not in the cone of Gamby.
Tactical games.
He takes a big acid breath at you again and blasts the whole squad for 25 damage. Everybody make a reflex roll. So Gamby has
failed.
Solus and Big J.
I made it.
Don't die.
I'm about to die.
Please take. I'm about to die.
I'm about to die.
About to die. Please
What do
take
you-
your damages if you have not. Yeah, I think you all took your damages. And yeah,
Whether you roll
again,
down or up.
it burns.
But what do you do?
Round down, so
round
half
down
of
thing.
it is 12. Chasta Brograx takes his breath at you guys, and he sees it hit all of you and burn and singe, and he kind of chuckles, and he's like, I guess I'll have to get my snack another day, and he like starts fluttering his wings. And the two of you guys right next to him, he takes off. He takes like 10 feet off the ground. Both of you get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Flutters off. Like a big, huge dragon monster. I think he has a -1 to AC from this debuff. I don't remember, but a 16 does not hit. But that 25 with the crit is a hit. A 12 does not confirm though. And you only do 8.
Oh, 8. Yeah. Can I follow that up as he's trying to get away with a rapier with a Hand of the Apprentice?
No, that was an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I mean, if he's escaping, he's still within 30 feet. I'd like to try it.
So I mean, he does seem like he's beginning to fly away towards the hole in the roof. He begins to fly, and actually,
But oh, so he's beginning to fly. He's not actually getting
taken off from the ground, right, and trying to fly away from the hole.
He's trying to fly away to victory.
Yeah, he's trying to fly away to victory. He makes a fly check, and he completely nailed his fly check because he has poor flying. That's how this game works. And he has 200 foot of fly speed. And so he takes the fuck off. He flops, and like you get a chop in on him, and at the last moment he kind of like stutters, but he does get his wings under him, and he flies away to victory, up the hole and in the distance. And he's like 200 feet up in the sky, and it's your turn to Potham. I mean, maybe you gotta, I don't know. You got a 250 foot range spell or something?
Fireball.
Your apprentice is. What is fireball range?
It's
I'm surprised you guys don't have it like printed out and like put on your wall at this point.
Fireball family
card, yeah, it's like on your living room wall.
Fireball.
400 feet plus 40 foot a level.
Yeah,
Holy
so
shit.
I shoot a fireball.
You can't see the dragon quite like through the hole that he just disappeared from.
Oh, of course, you're not gonna let me.
You feel like if you ran up there, you probably could peer up the hole and get a line of sight.
All right, I try to acrobatics my way up there.
Oh, you don't even do acrobatics. You just got to move somewhere closer to the hole. Yeah, even with a 29, yeah, you like triple backflip over there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I take my shot.
You can't be. Oh, that's in the roof, right? Never mind.
A pop-up reaches up. Describe it. How do you like point up at the dragon and like shoot this?
I like look up and take a quick snapshot and I see him in the horizon and just point my finger right at him and just launch it and land it as close to him as I can and just watch it detonate as it engulfs him in flame.
All that damage. Also, get rid of that spell slot. I think you used 2, or is that just 1?
No, it's just 1.
You used enlarge 2.
Yeah, that's a level 1 though. But let's see. So that's a 3d6.
Okay, it's not all ones.
Oh.
You point up at this dragon, yeah, and the spell hits right on the mark, right where you pointed, and this just orb of orange explosion blasts. Even from here, it like pushes your hair back. You see the dragon like sailing upwards when this fireball hits it, and it just goes limp. And it's like, it's like a pigeon that died in midair, and now its wings are just, not flapping at all. Its wings are just useless as it like still going upwards, and it kind of reaches the apex of its ascent and turns back down, and you see that this big huge dragon is definitely going down.
Like over the town of Old Shield or in the forest?
Oh, it's hard to tell. Make a survival check. It does seem like the dragon is heading towards the town with the trajectory that you saw.
Jesus Christ. Can anybody go warn the townspeople?
It's a little late to warn them. They're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, Pat, that's a good Jeff, yeah.
About time to get kicked out of another town.
Oh yeah, so the big dragon, this corpse sails through the like sky and falls out of your line of sight from this room here. And we drop out of initiative.
What about yellow frogs?
Oh yeah, no, there's little frogs actually, yeah. You're right. Pop them right up majestically. Pat, you're up. You just saw this guy. He's like mostly put out now.
I proceed to ask the book if he's okay now, which he seems okay.
He says, "Yeah, I'm fine. These guys they put me out. I'm good."
Okay, just stay still. Don't come out of here yet. As I proceed to find my actual roll 20, and then I just immediately run out of this hole. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kind of look around. What the fuck's going on? Where did the dragon go? Why are there frogs?
I killed the dragon.
There's no corpse. Where?
It tried to fly away. I shot it out of the air.
Okay. And I don't immediately understand that these poisonous frogs, A, are poisonous, and B, are enemies. So I kind of look at everybody and then look at the frog.
Where'd these frogs go?
Like, what? Did they get turned? Did the dragon get turned into a frog?
Dragon regurgitated frogs.
Okay. And I guess I'll move up and then burn a key point to hit this thing.
All right.
3. And 1 second loading. That's Flare Blast. There you go.
Pat comes running up like Naruto out of this hallway to the north, and he comes, and then like as soon as he comes out of the room, Kiki like turns around and she locks eyes with you, and like both of you like nod and turn around towards the enemies, and like at the same moment, you and Kiki do like a tech link attack, and you both like whooshing, and the kitty and you both like just land on top of these frogs and do like a cool anime double slap. The frogs are dead.
Look at Jeffrey would be proud.
Link attack, like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you guys are left in this room. You were not able to shoot the cannon, but you tried.
Or were we?
And yeah, you did. You slayed the dragon, for sure. The dragon almost slayed you guys, though. Can be particularly.
Clara, kill us quick.
Yeah, the room kind of settles down, and...
Yeah, I'm immediately going to spend, like, if we're out of combat initiative, I'm going to step into a point where I can hit everybody. Gamby, could you move in one?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I had to restart my browser. Hold on, let me recenter. I can move up to the group.
I've got... Hang on.
Kia comes around the corner and she's like, "Oh shit, yeah, I forgot I was here."
Yeah, I've got 5. I've got 5 channels, so I'm going to channel 3 times. So everyone heal for 12. Everyone heal for 13. Everyone heal for 13.
So 33, I think. No, yeah,
38.
Everyone heal for 38.
That's pretty good. It's a lot of heals. Kia also comes out and she's like, "I saw you guys kill that dragon. I didn't want nothing to do with that," but she goes for it too. She gives everybody a 13. There's all 13s today.
God damn, 5d6?
Well, she don't like you don't fuck around. Praise the moon. So yeah, she heals you guys up. Apotha, make a perception check.
Okay.
You're over here, Bob, like looking underneath this hole.
I don't see shit.
Not even with a stand right in front of it. You notice in front of you in the wall is like a weird fleshy tentacle thing that, like, the dragon when it came in smashed a hole in the roof and revealed, like, loosened some of the stonework. And you can see, like, strangely that there's bricks laid in the walls, but like there seems to be empty spaces left for like this weird fleshy tentacle thing that you can see goes into the wall.
And this is above me?
No, it's about at like floor level, just sticking out of the wall, like where the wall's been damaged.
I got an idea.
Smash the wall, I guess.
Or shoot the cannon at it.
That works.
Okay, you're not big anymore. You unbiggin.
Ah, this is bullshit.
And the Scion kind of pokes his head out, and he's like, "Is it safe? Did you guys? What happened to the chest Progax?"
He's dead.
He's also currently about to kill a bunch of villagers as soon as he smashes into town.
Wait, what?
He was a large creature, guys. He's not that big.
Yeah,
How
they'll
big?
be fine.
DM, tell me how big.
He's big.
It's just juvenile. It's not that big.
It's just a gift for the town below.
Yeah,
So-
I don't really say it. Just say large. It's a good point. I don't have anything about weight or size.
Yeah, large like isn't that big.
10 by 10, right? Like
Yeah, it's not like gonna kill 40 people.
It might
smash
kill a
building,
couple.
right? Or two.
Okay, fine. He's gonna kill like 2 people.
I really hope it doesn't hit the tea and toast.
This is a good one. It's a good one.
A fucking immediate reaction of character swing. Oh my god. That was perfect. Barrel was very upset. Immediately in distrust of the 2 people and the fucking T being the people that get hurt.
It's like, of all the places to get hit, that would be like the one. I shouldn't be giving Bear ideas.
Yeah, that's fine. From behind, you guys hear a kerfuffle. From the darkness,
Oh god.
you guys hear a kerfuffle, and it sounds like boots marching in unison. And from the east hallway, yeah, you spot a halfling dude riding a dog, as well as 3 like just seemingly normal guards. And they're coming down the hallway. How do you guys react?
This fucking guy again.
Well,
Garland
I'm gonna
steps to the
move
front.
back.
Garland steps to the front.
Gabby moves back.
Gentlemen.
Dude, this stupid guy ain't even worth my time. I'm staying right here.
They come right up, yeah, in kind of a formation, and they see you guys here, and they say, "Ho!" Especially this guy in the front. Barsinius steps up. You guys fought a snail with him a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember. What's his
Yeah,
name?
he's a cute little halfling guy, riding a scruffy like corgi dog,
Right.
and he has a big lance. He pulls right up and he says, "Ho, ho! We heard reports of a dragon that flew into the building. Have you heard any word?"
yeah, I killed it.
You killed it.
Yeah, I shot it as it tried to fly away. It may have crashed into the town. I apologize for that.
He comes right up to you, Garland, and he kind of like just tries to go right around you.
Hey, whoa. Hang on.
Like, what?
Are we in trouble for fighting the dragon, or is this a...
No, I'm just investigating. And he like looks up at the roof and he sees this big hole and he's like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, he was causing problems and bullying this poor scion over here, and so we decided to finish what he started.
The scion
Basically,
comes around and he's like, "Yeah, it's all the truth. This dragon came in and he's harassing me and they saved me." And he turns to the scion and he kind of like gives a nod. And he's
Is
like,
that what happened though? Why was the dragon here? I thought the scion was keeping him as a pet or something.
The scion's like, no, he wasn't a pet. He broke in through the roof. You see that hole? He must have heard the smash. It was tremendous. And he barged right in here and he just demanded knowledge of me that I didn't have. Over and over, he demanded to know what happened to the gnomes and why they all left and what happened to his favorite snack. And then he saw his favorite. And he points at Gamby and he's like, and the dragon just went out of control.
Wait, dragons prefer gnomes? I didn't know that.
The sign of general knowledge is like, I didn't know that either, honestly. Like, I mean, that's like, I don't know, biology.
Well, what did you tell him about the gnomes going to the Feywild? What did you tell him?
I don't know nothing about it. I don't know why he was asking me. He figured I would know just because he didn't want to like figure out what department to go to. But then he kind of like has a moment of realization and he's like, wait a second, why did the gnomes go to the back?
Bro, that's what I've been trying to figure out. I feel kind of left out, you know?
He's like, I don't know, I heard about it, but it's just we haven't really gotten any good books on the topic in. So I mean, from what he said, you're like the last gnome around. So I don't know. I figured you would know.
No, that's kind of why I'm upset. I'm feeling kind of left out. No one told me shit.
Yeah, I don't know. You could go back with him, right? Like, is there anything stopping you?
Well, I mean, I left because they were so freaking boring. But I don't know. Now all of a sudden they're doing something and I don't know what's going on. And
all of a sudden things are interesting again.
Yeah, kinda.
The book looks at you a little bit like you're crazy because like he knows how eccentric and adventurous gnomes are, and you're like calling them boring. And he's like, instantly has an impression of you about that.
I'm not common boring. They were common boring. That's why I left.
No, I mean, he's saying that like gnomes are known to be very eccentric and not calm or boring. And so if you think that they are, that like you must be very not calm and boring.
I was in a small village and they didn't do anything but make candy and cookies and trees.
You wouldn't happen to be... You wouldn't happen to know someone named Elfo, would you?
No, I don't know that guy.
I will be right back.
It's like you must have grown up in a long gnome village or something. That's messed up. Most gnomes go on yearly vacations most of the year. Just travel around and see all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of having I'm starting to wonder if I was even born into that gnome village because I'm a lot more like a lot of other gnomes. But for whatever reason, I don't understand why they're going to the Feywild. Like, what's drawing them there? Because it's not drawing me there.
He says, gnome, I wouldn't know either.
Do you know what department we might find any knowledge about this in?
He says, well, this is current events, right? He says, I don't know if you know how this place works, but they bring in books from all around the land and they, you could say they like load them into the library, right? And then we get that information as it kind of comes in as we process all the books. But I mean, when things just happen, we don't necessarily have that knowledge until it gets written down in a book somewhere and the book gets sent here. So we're not very good at current events.
Okay. Do you know anything about this fleshy tentacle hanging out of your...
As soon as you say that, Scion kind of like pages fold up and he gets a little tight and he kind of stands up straight. And he seems a little like worried about that. And as soon as you mention that too, Barsinius like whistles and the three guards run in and they go over to this wall too and they kind of like stand in front of it.
Careful, lads. Do you know what that is?
Barsinius says, "Of course I do." And the book too kind of like has completely changed his demeanor too, and he seems to be kind of folding up and trying to go back in his hidey hole. But Barsinius is like, I think you've seen enough books for today.
No, I think I'm seeing just the right kind of book at this point. What is that?
He looks nervous. Like he doesn't look nervous. He looks more like he's worried that you found this thing out. But like the three guards that are standing next to the wall, like with the flesh tentacles sticking out of it, they look nervous as shit. They look like they don't know what the hell's going on either. But Barsinius,
well, somebody better start talking, or I'm gonna start casting fireballs.
Yeah, and he's like, "You guys have seen enough already. We need to." And then he like has a pause. And he seems like something like, it seems like he's listening to something. He's not like here anymore for a second, for like a good 10 seconds.
I look to him and say, listen, friend, I come from the same people you do, and I know that I'm just here to help clean up and keep people from being too curious, if you know what I mean. I was sent here to guide this party and make sure that they didn't ask too many questions, and I just nod to him solemnly as I try to desperately bluff. Can I roll my bluff?
Sure. You're trying to lie to him that what?
I'm trying to lie to him like we're supposed to be here and we're supposed to know about it, and and that he can just it's okay for him to lower his guard, basically.
That's pretty good. The Scion also kind of like went from looking down that tunnel strangely and trying to go away to suddenly being very interested and flying over. Barsinius is barely really paying attention to you. He seems like he's listening to something, and then he turns back to the Scion, and the two of them share like a knowing look, and Barsinius looks back at you, and he's like, "We don't have time for this. We have to get through this wall." And he says, "Men, get through that wall." And like the three soldiers are all really confused, really concerned, and like worried about this flesh thing. And he's like, "I don't care, just cut through it." And he turns back to you and he's like, "We'll have to deal with this later." He's like, "La Bibliotech Suprem is in trouble."
Then let us help you, because that's what we're here to do.
Help us with this wall. And then he like turns to the wall, and like everybody's like plinking away. He's got his lance and he's trying to like dig
don't
away.
We have
so
wait, I like wave my arms for a second and say, don't we have like a magic pickaxe or something? And then I also look over and I go, what about the cannon?
I do have a magic pickaxe, as a matter of fact.
We could give that a try, see if that works. And then Arukabar and Pat and I can try to move the cannon into position and blast our way through the door. Or the wall. Gentlemen?
I'm down with both of those plans, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, these are all plans. Which plan would you like to pursue?
I like the cannon.
Yeah, let's use the cannon.
All right, that's...
I would like very much to use this pickaxe, though.
We'll give it a try, see if it works. Maybe we can save the cannon for something bigger.
And Garland, with an almost uncharacteristic amount of relish, gets to work with the pickaxe. What do I do?
Okay. One moment. Let me find that item and its descriptions. You have the handout thing for it, right?
Yep.
You've had this thing for a while, and so I think that you would kind of be just aware of its capabilities. And to use it, you just have to swing it like you would any normal pickaxe.
Actually, before I go into swinging at the pickaxe, I'm going to hold it out and use it to cast Shatter on the wall, like target. Well, I tell everybody to back up first.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, back up from the wall.
Oh yeah, I mean the soldiers. Yeah, one sec. They're kind of confused, but they see you with the big pickaxe in your hands, and they're like, "Whatever you say, man." And Ches, yeah, he pulls out this ruined, strange pickaxe that he found a while ago. He hasn't really used it much, but he pulls out of his backpack and he just like swings it at the wall, like you would expect with a normal pickaxe, right? And as soon as the tip of this pickaxe hits the wall, the entirety of the like structure just shatters and turns into like dust before your eyes.
The fucking what?
Perfect.
And yeah, Ches, that is a very awesome thing to you. That's exactly what you like were looking for.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
You notice, yeah, a bunch more kind of weird red fleshy things that as soon as they're like exposed, just like turn to dust and wither and like die. But you break this hole in the wall, and it's a huge, like a massive wall, hole. It would have taken a long time to excavate that much stone. It's all just turned to dust.
Shall we?
Can't we send the rogue to scout ahead? Sneak for me, rogue. What are we looking at?
Alright, I scout ahead. I look for traps as I go along. I'm gonna use my stealth.
Sneak for me, baby.
I click the button.
He sneaks hard for his money.
I think I need to refresh. My roll 20 is lagging.
No, you didn't do nothing.
Let me refresh. Oh man, I'm having issues.
No. Your rogue walks into the room in front of you and like disappears like an MMO. You like DC'd.
I start like stuttering between tiles.
But what do you want to do? We can just use the words.
I stealth my way down to the corner and try to take a look. Oh, there we go. I think I'm good now. Yeah, I go over here.
Give me a perception check.
I would love to, if my shit didn't keep freezing. Like the app itself is freezing.
Can I try and sneak instead?
Let me see here.
Bam, stealth.
What the hell?
Up to that corner. And perception.
Yeah, Potham walks in there and janks back and forth a bit, and then Burrow just like walks right up, and both you guys you peer out into the room at the same time. And it's certainly a strange room. It's not what you expect to see in here. The first thing that you see when you look in the room is that there's orderly like lines of what look like seats, almost like a place of worship. Weirdly, looking around in this room, you can see that there are no other entrances to this room. This was the only way in, and you created it. There are also big, weird, fleshy tentacles that seem to be going along the ground here and seem to be all coalescing.
Without, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say without dragging. What are you, a cleric, Jez?
I'm sorry. Say again.
What are you, a cleric, right?
Yep.
All right, so without dragging the cleric into the room, I was going to say, is there any significant iconography that I can relay to him that might help him decipher what the fuck we're looking at here?
Yeah, you peer a little bit further in the darkness. You see a strange source of light. And the source of light is some kind of weird, spirally, fiery portal. It stands about 6 feet tall and is like ellipsoid in nature. And stepping out of the portal, you see a bunch of really creepy dudes. They look like weird, just piles like of flesh. They step out of the portal and they walk southeast, like further into the room, where you get some more stuff revealed. Damn, that music is like popping.
Holy fuck, it's Mother Brain.
And yeah, so on the other side of the room, like now that you can see the whole room, your eyes are kind of adjusted. You can see that this looks like it used to be a place of worship. There's a bunch of ruined pews that are kind of old and rotten, and on the far end of the room is a raised platform with what appears to be a big like stone vat of liquid, and in the liquid is a big brain. And the brain is connected to the walls and to everything by these big red like tentacles that seem to go into the stonework in all directions.
Can I shoot a fireball at it?
Hold up.
Maybe.
Hold up. Gamby wants to do a knowledge check. He moved up. He's looking at all this stuff. So it was knowledge arcana, knowledge the planes.
Sometimes nice.
What are you trying to know?
He's just like trying to understand what he's looking at right now with like his knowledge arcana, knowledge planes check.
Any part in particular, like I would say,
like the portal, like can tell like maybe is it like does it go to a different plane entirely or is it more like
being a gnome, especially like wizard, like yeah, you've seen portals like this before, and they usually are directly from one plane to another. Judging by the flames coming out of it, it seems to be like some kind of fiery, hellish place. And your guess would be one of the like layers of hell. And as you look at the portal, you notice like a little imp fluttering his wings, flying over towards the brain, like faster than the other fleshy dudes.
Shit, guys, this ain't good. I think that's a portal to hell.
Anybody else want to do anything? Or you guys want to see what's going on?
I'm going to talk to the Scion. Wait, is that supposed to be there?
The Scion appears in the corner, and he sees that big portal, and he's like, what the fuck is that? Is some demons in there or some shit? What is it?
So, no, it's not supposed to be in there.
He's like, get in there! Stop them! I don't know what they're doing.
Stop them? Yeah, stop them from doing what? We don't understand what we're looking at right now.
He says, whatever's coming through that portal shouldn't be in here. And at this point, like, Barsinius has, like, padded his cute corgi into the room that he's riding. And he looks off in the distance, and he's like, tally forth, friends. It's the enemy. And he points.
Has anyone noticed that we paid a bunch of money to get membership cards into this library so that we could come and do a bunch of work inside the library?
I better get paid for this by the time we're done.
He says, now's not the time to bicker. And he pulls out this big banner from the back of his, like on the back of his dog. And he's like got his lance and he's like ready to charge.
I would tell him not to do that.
You want to try to stop it?
Yeah, I would very much like to stop him.
Okay. How would you do that?
I would like to say, please don't run in there. There is still a cannon and cannonballs.
We really should use the cannon.
We should probably use as a surprise attack. And if you want to run in there to your death, that's fine. Go ahead.
Don't hit the brain, whatever you do.
What?
Why?
Whoa.
Why is the brain so important? It looks ominous to me.
He turns around to you guys and he kind of like has a exhale. And he's like, I said we talk about this later.
No.
No.
It's the Bibliotech.
Now is the time to talk about it.
Because otherwise we're going to kill it with fire. So you tell us now, or else it dies. And can I roll to intimidate?
Okay, sure. Yeah, you guys are chatting with this guy, and you see shit going on in the room. There's definitely like activity.
Are those lemures acting hostile towards the brain? Is that what's going on here?
Make a perception check. You get a scan of the surroundings for sure. From what you can tell, there's a big brain in the middle, right? And this brain seems to be set in this like vat. But next to it are these other strange little brains that seem to have tentacles of their own, and they're like mobile. They're like kind of ambling around. You catch that they seem to have something like glinting in their hands. And you also see that the whole area is covered with just gore and things. And it seems like the small brains are taking pieces of the big brain, and the lemurs are grabbing it and taking it back through the portal. And they're kind of setting up like an assembly line, from what you can tell.
I pull out one of...
That's not supposed to be happening.
I think we need to close that portal.
Arsenius says, no, that is our brain. We need all of that knowledge. He says, I'm sorry, but people don't know. They think the bibliotech is books and papers, and it's not. It's flesh. All the books are given knowledge from the flesh.
All right.
Right, hang on. See this thing? And he sort of waves the pickaxe. I can close that portal with it, but I gotta get close to it.
He says, then get in there, soldier.
I hand Chesley a potion of bark skin. And I say, if you're gonna get close, you should probably drink this.
Right. Now, before I get close, I believe you and Gamby here are proficient in Fireball, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of those flesh piles that you could probably strike a few of them without killing the brain, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So why
probably.
So why don't you make it less dangerous for me and make it a lot more dangerous for them?
Okay.
Dragon Slayer.
I nod to... I chuckle and nod to Gamby and say, on 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Is that where's yours going?
Right here. Well,
Where's
maybe...
the cannonball going?
No, they can go in the same place, right? We just need to hit as much as those dudes from...
Don't hit the brain. Halfling friend here has asked us not to kill it, so do be careful.
Gamby's gonna go ahead and cast his fireball right
So
here.
you're trying to hit all those dudes, okay, and not the brain.
As a matter of, after sorting this out, Garland turns to what's his name? The halfling.
Barsenius, I think.
Turns to Barsenius and says, "Don't worry," with a picture of precision.
Says you better be.
Yeah, we both take shots, I guess.
So much knowledge on the line. Okay, and so you guys both take shots, or we're gonna drop into initiative. So roll initiative, and I'll let you two both do that, and then we'll just start at the top.
Okay.
Where the fuck is this cannonball?
I don't know. You guys like quit talking about cannonballs.
God damn it.
Wait. So can we also like roll up the cannon and take a shot at the same time?
Not with all you fucks standing in a line in front of the cannonball.
I can step over here and take my shot just as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I has the cannonball and cannons and things? Why can't I move?
Sure. So what's your plan with the cannonball? Like, did you load it and scoot it over here?
Yep.
Because I don't know if you did all that.
I want to do it. I want to shoot the cannonball. I would also like to move my character past this orange shit, which can't happen.
I'll say you can like you scooted it over here, and you got like enough. You like yeah, okay.
Huh.
You got it over here, you're next to it, and you could shoot it, but it's gonna be your whole everything of your turn. It's loaded.
Hmm.
You gotta mention these things though. I'm giving it to you.
I mean, while me and Gamby are debating about how we're going to shoot our fireballs, Pat and everybody can move the cannon into position.
Okay, so you two aim your fireballs. Please shoot your fireball button. And I'll just start with the first one, which is Gamby's.
My reflex is going to be my caster level plus the level of the spell.
These ones, just let me do Gamby first, and then I'll do yours, because it'll be way simpler. Her CC is 17. None of them made it, so they all take 20 damage, and all these 3 lemurs die. This one I didn't click, though. This one takes half. This one, sorry. This one also takes half. And then you hit this guy. Ooh, it's a struggle. He does not take half, he takes full damage. And so then Apotham does the same thing with reflex 15. Sorry, it's a struggle.
Don't hit the brain.
That guy died. This guy dies even if he makes a save. And then this one... also takes full damage. What's your damage?
11. Did you hear me?
Okay, so yeah, I
Okay.
did, yeah. There are 2 just massive blasts of fireballs that wipe out all these weird fleshy monsters that seem to just kind of turn into ash. As soon as this happens, the 2 weird, brain oozes that were kind of occupied with the brain turn to you guys. And they, their limbs start skittering crazily. And let me sort this by initiatives. And Chez is the first one, actually.
All right. I am going to... Now, are these fleshy tendrils serving as walls of any kind, or are they obstructive at all?
They do look like they'll be harder to move across, meaning it costs double to move over them.
Okay. I'm still going to do a double move into the room, and that'll be my turn.
Make a will save. As you enter this room, you kind of feel something weird going on with your thoughts.
13.
You feel something just kind of nagging and pressing on your head. Almost kind of feels like a headache. You kind of try to fight it, but you're not mentally fortuitous enough. And you hear something kind of screaming at you, but it's just in your head. And it says, "Help me! Stop them!"
Cool. Ah, my head.
You take some few steps into the room, and I did not... This is actually where it rolled. And out of the portal step, more monsters. That's actually the initiative that it rolled. So those guys... Fuck, that macro doesn't work. The macro sucks.
The dark despair should fix that macro.
In the darkness. From the darkness.
Yep.
Yeah, so 4 more of those weird fleshy monsters step out of the portal, and they kind of fleshy start crawling. So half of them start crawling down towards the brain, and half of them crawl right out towards you. And Big J, you're up.
Alright, we're just gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll double. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you said if it costs double, that's 5,
yeah,
6.
Double to go over there, yeah. Yep.
Do I need to make a will save as well?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you die.
Oh no, I'm dead.
No, again, you kind of feel this hard thing pushing at your brain. And again, it's some kind of
Not my finger.
some creature, not your finger. No, some creature like speaking into your head. And it says, "They're taking my knowledge." Bearwith, I see you measuring.
Composite bow has a range of 110 feet, so
Oh, you got this?
yeah, we ain't even stepping in. We're just gonna take rapid fire full attack on rightmost brain ooze. So those are all straight. They all have their penalties in there.
You get 3? Oh,
3,
you
yep.
can move. Okay. You pull your bow out and you just make 3 rapid shots, and the distance is pretty far. 2 of the arrows end up short, but 1 of the arrows does hit true.
I still didn't get in the fucking initiative.
You fucked it up? Okay. What's that?
No, there it is. It's in there.
Why is my token all the way out there? DM, are you fucking with my token?
Huh? Did I move you over there?
It's cool, we back.
I don't see your token. No, I was trying to change.
I didn't even see you.
Change the monster's life.
I was like way out in the darkness over here.
Oh.
Oh, my
Off
bad.
to the right.
I mean, I couldn't move in this fucking orange shit at all.
Oh no? Huh.
I could not move in here. You moved me. That's fine.
Hey, Bear, can I change the song?
Sure. As long as it's I trust.
It's the same genre, even it's Bloodborne instead of Dark Souls 3.
So yeah, 1 of your 3 arrows hits the brain ooze for 7 damage. Burla. I think that's it for you, Gamby. What's up next? You tracking them fireballs? Don't forget spell slots, you two.
Yeah, nope.
I don't know how many fireballs you got, but it's probably getting to be close.
I only got 2. I'm out of fireballs.
Gamby, you're muted.
Amanda, you're muted.
My bad. Gammy, yeah, I'm out of fireballs. Gammy is going to move up to beside the cannon, and he is going to cast Magic Missile. Let's cast it this guy right here.
Okay. Just hits.
That's the first missile.
Does some good damage. The next 2 hit the guy
Nice.
and manage to kill him. Would you like to describe it? This is a weird, fleshy, gross monster.
You just hear pew pew pew, and the guy just like falls over. There's really wimpy sound effects from a level 1 spell.
Yeah, there you go. I figured out that thing.
What the?
Yeah, I
What is
figured
that?
out
My
a thing.
chat line?
That's what those things look like.
That's an
I
interesting.
don't know where you got that picture of me.
What?
I'm in this picture and I'm angry.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, Gamby just absolutely splatters one of these things.
Yeah, he does a fancy twirl in between each missile. And he's done.
The fanciest Gamby.
Because he's fabulous.
Yes, Gamby's fabulous.
These things charge right at you, but they cannot get in range. Barsinius is up next. He raises his dope banner, and everybody gets bonuses on stuff, especially if you charge and if you're scared. He moves some. That was one of his movements. He has 60 move mounted. So he does one movement, and he pulls right up here. He's standing on top of these things. He pulls out his crossbow, and he aims at this brain who's on the right while he's mounted, and shunk, like bolt flies. But it misses the brain ooze. It's too fast. Next up is brain ooze. Sorry, it's got a stat block.
You're fine.
Oh yeah, so the brain ooze is kind of like just hovering strangely above the air. You know, it doesn't seem to have wings or anything, but it is not touching the ground. It flies over like faster than you can even imagine, right at Big J. And it picks up one of its big creepy tentacle things and it swings it at you. What is your touch AC? Big J? His touch AC is 11.
Oh, my bad.
I'm checking at my dad, so.
Big J, what's your touch AC?
My bad.
His touch AC is 11.
So he hits you, and this tentacle kind of like shocks you a bit, and you take the 6 damage. Just type that in, and then you must make a fortitude save. Ooh, 16 is like just what you needed. You feel again like something pushing on your brain as soon as this thing makes contact with you. It feels like it was trying to like slurp your brain out. But you were able to like fight it off.
Do we get little pulse rifles like they had in Futurama?
Wrong game.
This other brandmaster sees what's going on, but it still seems busy. It's like it climbs up on top of this brain, and you see it lift up what looks like a dagger in one of its hands, and it makes just like a terrible, terrible gash at this brain, and it starts kind of sawing through. Pat, you're up next. You got the cannon.
Yeah.
You got lots of friends in front of you, though.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck him.
So how does cannon work? How do I use?
So I mean, you got a super straight shot at the brain. Nobody is in your way, luckily, and so yeah, there's a cannon here. You got it lined up as best you think you can through this hole. I have to warn you, there is a chance that you may not not thread that needle, but it's a very low chance.
I think I just got disconnected.
You have to light the fuse.
Okay.
Are you gonna fire at the brain? We were told not to kill the brain.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Are you shooting at the brain? You got the shot. But yeah, I don't know. What are you shooting at? Ches?
You can shoot me if you want. It'll make you feel better.
I want to shoot this thing, but I was told not to shoot the brain. There's a part of me that wants to shoot the brain, though. But there's a part of me that thinks that's the brain.
This is a very weird.
Shoot the portal.
What would it take for me to line it to shoot the portal? What does this take?
So you definitely could just pivot the cannon and aim at the portal and shoot it at that. It looks like a weird swirling like vortex of energy and fire.
All right. Well, let's attempt to shoot the portal. What do I roll? Fire.
Okay.
Roll fire.
You have to make a ranged attack. Do you have any ranged attacks? It's just your base attack bonus plus your dex plus your size, which you're normal, so it's just random dex. And a d20.
It's a 1d20 in my dex mod.
Just give me a d20. I'll do it.
All right. Give you a d20. Give me a dice roller.
Plus 6.
Boom.
I figure you got like a flint and steel or something like that, and you just pull it out, and you just one swift judo chop. You make this spark. It lands on this cannon wick, and it just starts hissing. It's a very short fuse. It only takes 3 seconds, and there's a massive explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
What happened?
You shoot this big, huge, just cannonball, and it flies through the air. It sails really nicely, directly at the portal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The cannonball touches the surface of the portal, and disappears.
Just fucking killed something on the other side.
Wasn't very effective.
Well, it was worth a try at least.
I kind of assumed that's what would happen.
Maybe it delayed whatever was going to come through next.
I think my character would like to think that.
You're like, I helped, I swear.
I think I did something right. Is that my turn then?
Yeah, that's your turn.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know what's going on.
Next up are these two creepy flesh monsters. And they try to run over as much as they can, but they don't have very much movement.
Gamby, do you have Dispel Magic?
No.
I have a scroll of Dispel Magic that I can give you. And if you can cast it on that portal, we might be able to dispel it.
Apothemy, you're up.
What? Well, with the scroll, it doesn't matter, but technically, Dispel Magic is a level 1 spell. Wait a second. No, it's level 3. But you can cast it if it's just the scroll. So I step over to Gamby, and I stick a scroll of Dispel Magic in her hands. And I say, Dispel the portal!
Okay. Please make that item transfer. Oh, you got some remaining movement if you'd like to use it.
I step to this edge here.
Next up are some guards, and they rush in. They rush in. And then Ches, you're up, back at the front.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that these demon creatures are evil?
Give me a religion check. Knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion.
Oh no. Fucking Chez's favorite.
Roll the 2.
Let's say you get the deep lore.
He's got 10 in fucking religion. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, even with a 2, you read some books and shit before. You know for a doubt that these are not demons. These are devils. And there is a distinction.
Yes.
These are by far the lowest form of devil. Devils are a weird hierarchy of dudes, and when you get promoted, your body kind of gets transmuted into a creepier devil form. And these are the lowest of the low foot soldier dudes.
Okay. We lost Amanda for a second.
And yeah, they're definitely evil.
Got it.
But they are lawful evil.
They are lawful evil.
Lawful.
Well, that is to their credit. However, these two need to make a reflex save as I cast Burst of Radiance.
However,
Okay, Boomer Shop.
And they take 12 damage. They are both blinded for. I need to get that in the macro. I'm sorry. 1 round. Fuck this thing.
Bro, I think you rolled a 1 for blind like this whole entire campaign.
Yes, I have. And it's going to take me 10 feet of movement to get through that fleshy thing. So I move right here. Still waiting for pickaxe.
I think I just got.
From the portal comes more monsters from the darkness. This one is another one of those imps that you saw before. He jumps right into the initiative. And he particularly like jumps through the portal and then he looks around and he looks
I just got reconnected.
And the imp looks like he's completely covered in some kind of weird blood. He looks around expectantly and nothing else comes through the portal. And he kind of shrugs and he like starts flapping over here towards the brain. The implication being that your cannonball killed the next wave, or most of it. Barrow, what's your up?
I am just going to take another rapid machine gun fire towards the first 2 very hurt lemurs. So if a 12, does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Okay, does 18 hit?
And
does it kill?
Clobbers that guy, yeah.
Okay, so then it immediately just follows up on the guy directly behind him.
Yeah, the 2 arrows just pierce through both of them and splatter both of them all over.
Thanks, Beryl.
Trick shot.
Hole in 1. You got a movement? You good?
That's a full round action.
Oh, okay. Big J here.
Alright. Well, that made my decision a lot easier. I'm just going to regular attack Brain Ooze right in front of me.
You get 2, right?
I could. I was just going to do 1 and then move after.
Oh, okay.
Hoping it hit and killed.
22 is a hit, but 15 is not a kill.
Oh, damn. Beefy.
You take a big chop at this guy and kind of take off a few more of his tentacles, but he's still flippering around.
Alright. I'm good.
Okay. Amanda? Gamby?
You gonna use that scroll I gave you?
Oh, right. I'm glad you reminded me.
I cast Fireball.
What's the range on that spell, Alex?
It's 100 feet plus 10 feet per level. It's enough to reach.
Okay. Alright, so I go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on the portal.
So you need to roll a caster level check. That's going to be your main int mod, your int mod plus your caster level plus a d20. And in this case, she's dispelling a specific piece of magic, so it's a targeted dispel.
And it was a 1d20 plus my caster level?
Yeah, plus your caster level.
Plus?
No, that's it. It's just your caster level. I'm reading it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here. In hit. Yep, go for it. Oh, she nat 20'd. So, does she dispel the portal?
Yeah. So I was doing all kinds of math about calculating what the DC of that check was, but you rolled a natural 20. Yeah, it's supposed to be a very high DC, but a natural 20 certainly is high enough. And so yeah, you look at this portal. What does it look like as you dismiss this thing?
It starts sort of imploding, like how you would imagine like a black hole collapsing in on itself. Yep.
As soon as it does, the imp looks back at the hole and he screams, and the brain ooze that's over there cutting at the brain also perks up and like has this weird, just ethereal screech. And they both look over at you with like fear. Gambi, you still have some movement, I think.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Okay. This guy's dead. The imp is up next, and he looks around. He's a bit confused about like this whole situation and like where the portal just went. And he looks over at the brain and he kind of moves over there a few like feet, and then he looks back at the portal, he moves back over there a few feet. And then he like looks at you guys and he waves his hands a little bit and he disappears. The brain ooze here over by the big brain. He looks over at all these peoples. Yeah, and he sees Ches. He's looking like a majestic dude, and he just rushes him. Like a straight brainy charge thing right at him. With one of its tentacles raised up high. And it tries to make a charge attack at you, which means it has lower DC. And it tries to swing its tentacle at the Ches, which I'm pretty sure is a hit for 4 damage, and you have to make a fort save.
Ooh.
Does that mean you made it? Yeah, I think that means you made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Barely makes it.
Okay, he wanted to drain your brain energy. But he was unsuccessful.
Get off, it's my brain energy. I've got precious little as it is.
This next one's up, and yeah, he wants more of Big J's brain energy. And he looks at you, he raises 2 brain tentacles, and he gets a full round double tentacle attack at Big J. Which is 1 hit for DC fort save, please. 4 damage, and... Ooh, draining your brain energy.
No.
Your int is reduced by 1 temporarily, which might just kill you, man. No, you got more int than that. He's got 9. He's got plenty, but just put that in temp for now.
Yeah, I got it.
And the brain seems to like get some life back. Barsinius is up though, and he like throws his crossbow to the ground. He pulls out a long sword. And he takes 2 chops at the brain, and yeah, he just absolutely crushes it. It's just the first one because the second one fucked up. But 6 damage is enough. And he just hacks this weird brain tentacle thing right in half. Now, Pat, you're up.
Can he get so dumb he kills himself though?
Oh yeah, you can die if your stat gets to 0.
Okay. Damn, dude. I immediately realized I can't use this cannon anymore. Unless I'm gonna blow up the brain.
All cannoned out.
Oh no, I don't have any cannonballs either, do I? Fuck. Definitely can't use it now.
Are you gonna turn into like the anime guy who carries around the cannon from now on? Like on your shoulder?
Bro, if you would allow it. I can move to here. Actually, here, because that's double move. I'm gonna look menacingly.
Okay.
Stand defensive. There we go. That's a thing.
This guy 5-foot flash steps up to Chaz and takes 2 attacks.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just 1 damage though.
That is just 1 damage. Oi!
Saddest day.
Get her
ever.
off!
This guy takes a few steps and he seems to like trip on the weird fleshy thing. He's really kind of confused about it. Potham, you're up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Do we need will saves, by the way?
Oh,
Hmm?
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
And I hand the apprentice the lemur. Cow.
Poka, damn. Oh, yes, but not a confirm. Let me
That's too bad.
Yes, it is a confirm.
Ooh.
You just huck your rapier and it spins through the air and it just slices this thing right in half. That's exactly the amount of life it has.
Oh wow! I one-shot him. Sweet.
Next up is guards. They run up a bunch. They don't get anything good done. And then Chaz. There's the last brain is in front of you. It looked creepy. Oh, its AC is lowered because it charged you.
I drop the pickaxe and get my greatsword out to make an attack. $11 damage.
You take this monstrous chop into this guy, and even though like you felt like when you threw it like that it was a good hit, but you didn't put enough weight behind it, it hits this guy right perfect, and it just slices his brain into 2 different hemispheres and flops to the ground. And I think combat is over with. Yeah. You guys killed all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that dispel magic scroll came in handy.
Yeah, the natural 20. Like,
I was gonna close the portal.
Cool, I got it.
So yeah, let's take a little break right there, and we'll continue with what's going on here. There's still brains and stuff.
Barrelwith will stroll into the room after everything has settled and cleared, and he's got his bow lowered down to his side, and he kind of gives an exhausted shake of the head, and he says, "Mate, can you identify anything about this? Does this look recognizable to you? Do you know what this cult is?"
Well, the brain? No.
What about the pews? That's why I was asking Bear before. Is there any kind of iconography he might be able to identify? He said this looks like a place of worship.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll roll a religion check.
Make that roll. What was that?
15.
15, pretty good. Looking around, it's hard to honestly, the room is quite barren. From your quick assessment, it looks like that this was probably a temple to some, this was like a place of worship, but to some long gone god. And more recently has the brain been put up there on the altar. Looking around, the only iconography you can really spot is mostly on Barsinius and his packs. And the iconography is mostly about scrolls, and you remember that he's a member of the Order of the Tome. But that's the closest thing you can get to a religion to this.
So, Barsinius.
Yes.
This thing here, this brain is what you worship in truth.
He turns to you and he's kind of sighs a bit. And he's like, well, the whole building, right? But this is kind of the heart of it, or the brain of it, you could say. He says it's in trouble. And so he kind of says, he's like, not right now. And he moves, him and the book both kind of look at each other again and move closer to this brain. Up closer now, presumably you guys go with him, yeah. Up closer now, you can see that the brain, it's kind of it looks like something has been cutting chunks out of it, very specifically, like cube-shaped chunks. Some of the chunks lay around on the floor, and some of them are missing entirely.
I tried to grab the chunk.
Now I heard Alex through Amanda's mic.
Oh, whoops. Now I try to put the chunks back into the brain. I pick up a chunk and try to put it back in.
Oh, there's a big hunk over here. And yeah, you lift it right up and you start shuffling with it. It's pretty heavy, right? It's probably 30 pounds of brain mass. It's really gooey and kind of stringy. And you start kind of waddling over with it, and Barsinius is like, stop! Quit that! That won't help!
Oh, well. Okay, what will?
a few moments after like you touch the brain material, you get a weird kind of sensation, and something kind of talks in your brain, and it says, "Kill me."
What? This piece of brain just told me to kill it. I look at Barsilius.
Barsinius.
And I look, I tell him what I heard.
He's like a little nervous, and he looks at like the Scion, and they again like share a knowing look, and he looks back at you, and he's like, "Don't listen to it. Put that down." And he like pulls out a potion from his bag, and he like uncorks it, and he leans over the bigger brain, and he like pours it on it.
Well, why is the
hunk of brain?
No, this brain is telling me things that make me worried for its well-being. It's asking me to kill it, like it wants to be put out of its misery.
He says the brain is, it's fine. There's plenty left, and you're still holding on to the brain flesh.
Yeah.
You do again, like hear the brain kind of shouting into your mind, and it's just talking about how it's lost some of its knowledge. And how it's not worth living anymore. That it's never known such pain, and it wants it to be over. And clearly, like when you hear it talk, like you can tell that it's also talking to Barsinius and probably the Scion.
It's lost too much? Is that what wait. And I look at Barsinius and say, "Is this true? Is it damaged beyond repair?"
No, by no means. We have potions. We have lots of ways to make the brain heal again. He says the knowledge that was lost will not. Go ahead, Ches. It's like the knowledge that is lost is not recoverable, but we can heal the brain. We can get more knowledge.
But it's been traumatized at this point. Something is clearly wrong here, and if it's lost the will to live, there's no amount of healing that's going to fix that.
Ches, so you're trying to tell if he's like lying about the brain being fine?
Yeah. Or rather, I'm trying to figure out how sure he is of his own statement.
You feel almost like there's some kind of weird, like, animal abuse going on here or something, right? Like being a cleric dude. It almost seems like this is like a dog that he should put out of its misery, but he like doesn't want to admit that.
Barsinius.
What? What is it?
How did this brain get here? In what specifically is it?
So this brain has been around far longer than me. I don't think any of us know its origins, but long ago we were hired to defend this library, and we were unable to. The snails attacked. I think you've heard the tales. After the snails left, we founded the Order of the Tome, and we started collecting all the scrolls and putting them in the Bibliotech Suprem, and it was the place we defended. We swore never again would the snails come in here and ruin this place. And as part of that measure, we began storing our knowledge in things better than scrolls that aren't impervious to snails. And he like points at the brain. He's like, we started storing our knowledge in this.
Did you say in the matter?
Says it was. I mean, it was created for that purpose.
Right, and I was created
the fleshiness of the land. You know, it's
right. And I was
work of artisans.
I was created to be a tailor. That doesn't mean that's how I turned out. Did it have a say in the matter?
I mean, once we built it, we told it its purpose, and it accepted its purpose, and it has worked as such.
I thought you didn't. I thought nobody knew its origin.
You built it?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it had been here for so long and nobody knew it's quite its true.
We hired some powerful magicians to solve the problem for us, we'll say. I assume they created it.
So did this happen inside of your lifetime? Did you start transferring all the knowledge of the scrolls into the brain since you've been alive?
Yeah, the scrolls have been going into the brain as long as I've been a member of the tome.
But did
We
that
don't just tell
change?
everybody this, right? This is only the highest level of the tome members.
I'm gonna say that we just broke into your sacred shrine and defended your precious brain. We should probably be privy to access.
We appreciate the help.
Anything that could help us help you would be appreciated.
I with the piece of brain mush in my hands, I asked the brain where it's from.
The brain seems very pained, and it kind of does have a response to you, though it like comes out slowly and confusedly. And it says, "All I've known is here. La Bibliotech."
Someone ate that knowledge already.
Okay, so then Barsinius, what about the portal? What do you know of that? You said that the brain was in trouble. Those creatures seem to be harvesting pieces of the brain.
He says, "I have no idea what those blasted demons were doing in here. This is the first time this has ever happened. It's the first time the brain has ever been injured." And the Scion of General Knowledge kind of perks up, and he's like, "Actually, those were devils." And Barsinius is like, "Whatever they were. I don't know why they were here, why they wanted our knowledge. They weren't slugs. We've never seen a threat like this."
Garland suddenly perks up and says, Wait. Apotham Stavison, you've got that piece of brain there, yeah?
Yeah.
Ask it what it remembers about Asmodeus.
Ah, yeah. I was just thinking about that myself. I asked the brain about Asmodeus.
The brain seems pretty pained in its like response. Like it hears you say that, and it begins trying to like compute the answer, but it seems to be having a really hard time, and it explains to you as such.
I don't think Urukaba can eat 30 pounds of brain, Zozo.
Not the whole thing, just a piece.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that how you get mad cow disease?
It's how you get mad human disease too, but minor details.
Holy man, your magics can knit flesh. Can they also knit brain matter? Can you ease the suffering of this poor, gigantic brain in a tank?
I suspect I could do some healing, but I'd have to get close to it, and I'm not likely to prompt the entirety of the Order of the Toe down on my head without permission.
I looked at Barsilius.
Heal the brain.
Okay, I'm going to approach the brain. Right up here.
Some kind of disease or something in it. I don't know.
I'm going to reach in, and immediately, like the first thing is,
oh, it's like a gross. Tank at an aquarium. He's just gonna reach out and handle the brain.
She's asleep. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step up and I'm going to cast Cure Serious Wounds on the brain.
Okay. Give me a medicine check. Are you a brain surgeon? I don't know.
I am not a brain surgeon.
Medicine check. I don't know. I think that's how we'll tell. But
I rolled a 20 on the medicine check, and I healed it for 17 hit points.
Wow.
You have to touch the brain to do so, right?
Yes.
As soon as you touch the brain, it kind of like begins talking to you, and you just like jam this healing right into it, like before it really like gets a chance to say a thing. But it does say things, and it talks about how much it's lost, and you just get like an intense sensation of sorrow.
Cool.
Your healing kind of pumps into it, and you feel like its aura kind of change, and it's a bit less sorrowful, but like you can tell that you have this sense that like some great loss happened to this mind, almost like like its family just died or something.
Well, Sinius, I don't suppose you have any, I don't know, scions of psychiatry, do you?
I'm afraid not. He says it was damaged, and he like comes up and he looks, and the brain was missing a bunch.
Well, there goes my internet.
I can still hear you. The brain was missing a bunch of square hunks, and Ches like healed it up, and a lot of these hunks are now kind of rounded over on the edges and healed up and sealed, but there is still just like matter missing, right? And Barsinius comes up and he reaches out and he kind of touches some of the spots where it's missing, and he's like, much was lost, but the Bibliotech stands on. He says we need to protect from these kind of threats going forward. We need to hire some mages.
Right, but you also need to have someone here to comfort that the wounds are deep.
Oh no, robot voice.
Hang on.
Seems better.
The wounds are deeper than physical, friend. It goes further than that. You need someone here to talk this brain through what it's lost.
He says, "I'm not a psychologist. I mean, you can see this room has been sealed for hundreds of years. I don't know.
Right, and the brain has been left. The brain has been alone for hundreds of years. You've left a mind to turn in on itself.
It's given scrolls. It speaks to the tomes that it animates.
Bostinius, if I left you in a room by yourself for 100 years, would a book be enough? Would a book suffice?
It has conversations with the books. It tells the books things.
Which books? The Scions?
The Scions. So it's not entirely alone. It creates its own things to talk with. I think you may have seen the mice as well.
Where's Rufus?
The brain is incredibly powerful. It gives life to books and rats and stores all the knowledge.
Right. Is Rufus available somewhere?
Rufus? He says, I don't know. Who's Rufus?
One of the rats.
Says, well, they're usually back in the front room. I don't keep track of them myself.
Be quite honest, I don't think Rufus is the person you need to talk to. He sees this thing, he's probably gonna flip out. He saw us and flipped out. Come on.
He doesn't know the brain's here.
More than likely, I don't think anybody knew this was here until Barsinius was here.
Because as you can see, it's been sealed.
Barrowith steps up and he stands on his tiptoes and puts his hands on the edge of the container and looks over at the brain. And he says to Barsinius, the brain may be incredibly powerful, but it's incredibly damaged.
It's got drain damage.
This is, of course, but I mean, it will regrow. Says, I don't know what other choice we have.
Do you have precedence for that? Has it ever suffered a trauma like this before?
Says, no, I have to consult with the others. It just happened.
So we're to leave this living thing suffering in this tank for the time being.
It's been under our care for hundreds of years. Why would it be any other way?
Yeah, I'm not about to attack their religious icon or anything, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to have to step away from the tank. But I am disappointed.
I don't think anyone expects us to set it free, Bostinius. It's a matter of
what do you want to murder it instead? And lose all this knowledge?
I think it makes for a great pet.
Garland looks for a moment at the brain and then reaches out and touches it one more time and says, can I finish the healing here, friend? And he's talking to the brain.
The brain's definitely pretty grateful. You sense a bit of doubt in it, but like it certainly does want the pain to stop.
Okay. And I'm going to cast my last cast of Cure Serious Wounds for the day. Go for 15.
All of its visible wounds seemed healed, and it's no longer bleeding or anything like that, but it is still visibly missing some chunks. The brain kind of reaches out to you and like speaks to you again, and it's full of lots of thanks. It seems kind of resigned.
This
it
will
appreciates what you've done, and it asks you to come back sometime.
Of course. Time marches on, friend. This will ease. And Garland turns to Barsinius and says, just treat it kindly, yeah?
I drop the chunk of brain matter.
Barsinius is like, thank God. Dude, give me that.
I lick the brain matter off my fingers, trying to get it off.
What?
Roll a fortitude save and die.
Wait, where'd my roll 20 session go? Oh, my browser crashed. Damn it.
Just make a perception check.
Making a perception check.
I think a Rukabar should try to eat some of the brain.
Oh, you hear the faint flapping of wings.
Oh, fuck.
What? Oh god, Gamby.
You just
and the cat.
For a
Fuck.
minute, and then it like went away. What's the cat doing as a cat?
The cat's just prowling around in that other room.
Mouse comes in, we come back, we find Rufus dead.
Oh god, yes, please.
So yeah, Barsinius takes a few steps over and he looks at his men and he's like, "Men, go take stock of the scions. Make sure they're all still there." And they're like,
There's one that's definitely not there. DM, what was the scion that's gone?
Natural sciences.
he's like,
Thank
natural
you.
science? Yes, we've known about the death of natural science. Something went wrong with his statues, I guess. There were a defense system put in here a long time ago, but
I have a note here. I was hoping we could check natural sciences for info on the slug creature that we met in the cave, and also perhaps compare it to the slug matter we found on Shograt. Is there any information we could find out about either that creature or that ailment condition?
We still go.
could you please say those again?
Is there any way we could check the shelves of tomes on natural sciences for any mention of either the slug creature we met in the cave or anything that sounds like the condition that was afflicting Chogrash, wherein he was slowly turning into a slug? Is that something we could find in natural sciences?
Yes. It does seem like that is the topic. You get a hunch it might be a religious thing too.
Fuck, what wing was religion?
Was that
Oh, the next one over, yeah.
But the Scion, a general knowledge is here, and Barsinius are here, and they both kind of like stand next to each other, and two of the guards run off and try to like go check on the other Scion. Barsinius asks the Scion a general knowledge, like how he feels, and he says like he feels fine, like nothing, he didn't sense anything, and the brain was injured. He just heard his cries. And they seem kind of concerned, and they're like waiting to hear back from the other soldiers. And Kia is like, "What the fuck is going on in here, you guys? I am not fighting these devils or whatever." And this big brain, and like she's really interested, but she doesn't really like want in on this drama. She's clearly not a fighter either.
Well, this has been fun.
This isn't over.
We still got that door to check out, don't we?
Yeah, and
Pausanias,
remember the room?
Yes.
you know anything about a moon door?
Moon door. You mean the puzzle?
Yes, the puzzle.
Oh yes, there's a moon puzzle. What about it?
Why is there a moon puzzle exactly?
I mean, some of the scions get a bit, into their area of expertise,
Ah,
and being magical creatures that can, make puzzle doors or whatever they wish.
do you know what's behind the moon door?
He says the scion himself.
Which scion?
Is the scion of literature, I believe.
Oh, the scion of literature.
I've spoken to him before. He loves it when you solve his puzzles.
That is the last thing that I think. Well, no, there's also the scion of the law officers of Book and Book.
Oh yes, they're fine. Yes, fine judges.
I'm gonna walk up to Kia, and I'm gonna say, "Look, I know it was a long day for you, and this has been quite an experience. But just for old time's sake, do you want to accompany me one more time? I think your big brain could really lend a hand with this moon puzzle, and I want to accentuate moon."
She likes this shit. She's not too into this whole brain drama, and you like flirting her, asking her shit. She's like, okay, I'll follow you wherever.
Yeah, please, DM, put us by the moon puzzle.
So you guys want to do moon puzzle? Okay, we'll just we'll just blank over to moon puzzle. Blink. Sorry, but tokens or whatever. I hope that's centered. Oh, you guys get to moon puzzle? Whatever, we don't got tokens right now, but you get to moon puzzle, the answer? What's the answer?
Fuck out of it. Give me the puzzle again.
You don't know the answer?
I don't have the puzzle wrote down in notes. Apotham tried Blue Moon, didn't he?
Always old, sometimes new, never sad, sometimes blue, never empty, sometimes full, never pushes, always pulls.
It's just moon.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
You're correct. Yeah, it's just moon. You tried blue moon last time. That was really funny. But yeah, the door with a big chunk opens up, and fast forward, and there's a scion of literature in here. He's got some flesh things in the wall. He hooks onto. You guys missed a bunch, but he's super happy. He's super happy to see you when you show up. And he can't believe you solved the puzzle, and he wants to know how did you know Dwarven? What was this? What was that gave it away?
It was Kia, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kia. She did it. She's the best.
She gives a super cute curtsy.
Hello, scion of literature. Can anybody think of any information that this gentleman might be able to enlighten us with? What do we have? We have that scroll, but that
big buck dude pulls out an even bigger book, and he slams it down in front of you.
What you rolling there, baby?
And he gives you a book, Manual of Quickness of Action. This is a book that, when studied, can be used to raise your dexterity by 2 points.
Nope, fuck you. Nope, fuck you. I snag it.
Make sure you put down +2 because it's a +2 one. It's an extremely valuable item, but you're in the library, so you guys get the book. Brian snags it. He's a greedy bitch.
No, Apotham got all the diamond dust.
Did I?
15 weapons, actually.
Yeah, bro. You've gotten a lot of shit for this campaign. Quite honest.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Brian didn't want to know who's going to take it.
And then we'll cut to the next scene. We're trying to, because we're kind of getting late, right? Are you guys running out of time? What's the deal?
I'm totally good.
I'm getting
Pat,
kind
can
of
you
sleepy.
benefit?
I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm just trying to like get the points I want to get across, right? So is that cool? Like another 15 or 20?
Sure.
I'm cool. Real quick, Pat, could you benefit from this thing? Seriously?
Not as much as you. Your whole bullshit is Dex. You're fine.
Cool, thank you. All right, what do I have to spend a short rest with that thing so I don't get it yet?
Yeah, you don't get it yet. Just put it in your inventory. It's a +2 one.
Cool. Gotcha.
So you're a ranger, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I didn't swipe it for spite.
So you guys found that, and then you were exploring around, and you saw that scion was still fine. When you got back to the main room, though, you took a look, and you saw a mouse massacre.
What the?
Your boy Rufus and like a bunch of other mice and swarms of mice and stuff, they're all here, and they're all just like lifeless. None of them have any signs of any like injuries or anything.
I quickly look at the cat and make sure she doesn't look like extra smug. She doesn't look like very satisfied with herself.
Like an animal handling check. It's almost like insight on the cat. No, the cat does not look very smug.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure.
It's looking at you, and it's looking at the dead mice, and it's kind of like asking if it can have some.
No, chill for just a second.
She listens.
What happened to these mice?
I don't know. Ask the guards, maybe. Ask the gnome riding at a wolf.
What is the equivalent of investigation for this in Pathfinder?
Perception.
Yeah, perception. I think it's fine. But yeah, go for it.
All right, totally. I'll investigate the piles of dead mice. Perception.
They seem freshly dead, though. Like rigor mortis is set in, and they're like crispy and don't move. They don't have any signs of anything. They don't look sick. They don't look injured at all. They just look like the light went out of their eyes. Like all their eyes are open still, and just like don't even have any pupils.
What about Rufus? Anything specific about him? I walk up and I kind of cradle his tiny dead body, and I look, sadly at Rufus. I hardly knew ye. I mean, my cat didn't like you much, but you were okay with me, pal.
Oh, his eyes are just cold and lifeless, and you can't suss any more knowledge from them.
Guys, we got to use the Philosopher's Stone on him.
What?
Oh, wait, sorry, wrong campaign.
No, listen, we can't do that. It'll cost you an arm and a leg.
I knew that's where you were going with it, but that's a terrible joke.
Motherfucker.
In one of my other campaigns, we actually have a Philosopher's Stone.
The only thing I can think of is he is dead currently because of the damage to the brain. Is somehow he's an entity to do with this?
No, it seems like fire damage, right? You said they're crispy.
No, they just seem like rigor mortis crispy,
No.
Oh, okay.
Rigor mortis. So they've been dead for a while.
No, it definitely seems pretty fresh, but the rigor mortis seems like it kicked in quicker than you'd expect.
Some kind of death spell.
Don't know. Does the gnome dog rider know anything of this? They would have seen this, right, to get to where we are.
Oh yeah, when they came in, he was like, "Yeah, we saw some of the dead mice. Don't know what happened to him. Just found him like that."
I'm sorry. What is this in the corner over here, top left?
Was
where?
debris or something?
Of the rat room.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of debris like piled up, broken shelves and bookcases and stuff.
I mean, there's nothing they can do for him now.
Back over here, other scene, Burl talked about like he wanted to learn about slugginess. You discussed a bunch of scions, and they kind of all tell you. And the scion religion shows up. He's fine too, and he talks about this sluggy condition you were talking about, and he heard about your description of those weird, fleshy, sluggy monsters that you just saw too. And he immediately makes a connection that like it's a devil thing. Like the devils, like he explained that the devils can kind of change form, and that's how they get promoted. And then oftentimes when they get demoted, that can manifest itself as them looking gross or ugly or more like a slug or more like a scorpion or whatever, right?
Okay, so you guys have fought slugs for generations. Slugs are famous for coming into the Bibliotech and destroying the nuts. But those are just like mundane, run-of-the-mill, everyday, gigantic slugs, right?
He says, well, no, not all of them.
Okay, is there any correlation between these demons and the slugs that attack the Bibliotech on a regular basis?
I honestly don't know. This is Barsinius' response.
Okay, so the slugs. I have a piece of a slug that we first defeated when we came to Old, and I step up to the Scion of Religion, and I show it to him. Does this flesh? Do you recognize this?
He's really kind of freaked out about it, but he's like, I don't think I've ever seen slug jerky. He's like, what are you asking? Like, recognize this?
Does this look like the type of flesh that is described on these demons during their demotion? And do they eventually manifest themselves as the slugs that bother you on a regular basis?
He takes it in his hand. He says, devils. And he kind of like looks at this sluggy flash and he thinks about it a bit. He kind of waves some pages and casts a weird like identify spell. And he's like, yeah, this is like the flesh of like a devil who got demoted. And he hands it back to you. He's like wiping his pages off.
I still just put it away because, like I said, when I took it, my grandmother had a great recipe for it. And I turned back to the party and I said, I promise you guys are going to love it as soon as we can hit a campfire.
The umami flavor is to die for.
What?
So Scion tells you about sluggy stuff. That's what you had on your list.
That was, yeah. So, but just so I'm positive, I took that piece of slug from the slug that we fought when we first arrived in town. It wasn't a piece that I carved off of Cho'Grash, right? So he just identified that as a piece of flesh of a demoted demon. So can we assume that the slugs that have harassed them for all these years are just hordes of demoted demons?
That's certainly an assumption you can make.
I'd leap to that conclusion. Like physically.
Conclusion.
I leaped 5 feet and land in that conclusion.
No. It sounds good. Yeah, I mean, Barsinius looks at you a bit confused, but like you kind of explain this like thought process to him, and he seems to kind of follow. And he says that maybe that's the case. I'm not sure why the devils would ever want to mess with La Bibliotech Suprem, though, especially not for hundreds of years. I mean, we haven't seen very many of the weird magical devil ones. There's only been a few. That one, I think you helped slay him. He keeps coming back.
Have you slain him before?
Yes, of course. You guys went and you killed, what was his name?
Cho'Grash?
No.
Mm-mm.
You went to the fungus forest with the Order of the Tome members, and you helped kill a snail, big spooky guy. And his name was Balzabul.
Mm-hmm.
And he was super pissed off, and when he died, he was like, I'll be back.
Damn.
And, then they explained to you that, it was kind of like a rite of passage that all the new guys come and kill this dude. He comes back every once in a while, and they have to keep this strength.
Ches wanted that bear lore. He got bear lore this game.
Yeah, I
He
did.
get the bear lore, yeah.
I came here. I just came here to have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling so attacked right now.
What?
What?
Step away from that. I might kill you.
Okay, so yeah, Barsinius says like, all right, so the soldiers should be back any minute now, like report in on like the status of what's going on. Looks at you guys and he's like, what's your plan? He's like, honestly, you've seen a lot here. I hope you understand we want to keep this secret as much as possible. I know you can't join our order just because you know this, but like, please keep this as on the down low as you can.
Gold is a great way to keep me quiet.
He looks at you and he kind of sighs. He's like, really? He's like, we just spoil the beans about our whole religion to you guys, and you like want to like blackmail us for it?
No, not blackmail. We went through a lot of effort to defend this place. We could use some money to replace some of the things that we've burned trying to get through this.
He's like, yeah, well, we need a lot of money to try to pay for therapy for this brain over here. You guys didn't defend quick enough or something, right? Like, come on.
What?
Chesley introduced therapy to medieval fucking society.
If I could posit, at least could we get our library fees back? Because we paid you to come in here and work for you. Which strikes me as a bit more charitable than I was planning on being today.
Hey, we didn't ask you guys to come save the library. You were in the right place at the right time. You volunteered. Why else would you be in here killing dragons and stuff?
Well, we killed the dragon because the dragon was going to eat our friend.
We weren't really given much of a choice about helping or not. We just really wanted to learn things, and then we find out that there's strings attached.
Well, we didn't really want to teach you all these things, but he's like, you did help heal the brain, and we appreciate that. So I'll have a word back with the higher ups in the tome, and we'll see what we can do. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And
Right,
Bearlith
that
says,
said, I don't relish the idea of blackmailing anyone, so let's just assume that we're going to figure something out and not walk out of here with the threat of, oh, we might just tell people all we know. Yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
The guards run in, and they're kind of like huffing and puffing, and their boots are clanking through the library, echoing. They come in and they're like, sir! And he's like, report! And they're like, 2 scions down. And he's like, 2 including the natural science, right? And he's like, no, 3 total.
Wait,
like,
what?
oh shit.
Like, which ones? And he's like, the scion of applied science. And he's like, the Geary one. Damn.
Wait, he was
like,
okay
what's the
last
other
we
one?
looked.
And he's like, the scion of arts.
No.
Oh no, the Scion of Arts OD'd.
Will you read him posthumously, Apotham?
Did you say that out loud, Apotham?
No. My eyes get really big when when I find out, and I just sort of look away abashedly.
And Varsinius looks at you guys and he's like, I hope you know what this means, right? Like, we've lost a lot here today. He's like, but I think we can work back up.
That's only 2.
So there's 3 total. The arts one, the applied science one, and the natural science one. It's like, it's a sad day for natural scientists. And all the scholars out there that know anything about those topics, like, pay just went way up.
Fuck.
What are you trying to nature?
I was gonna ask for a job. Natural sciences.
Oh,
Like I could provide an advisory position for like.
Well, you're not a book is the problem.
Oh, I'm much more than a book.
And the other scions kind of look at you, and they kind of look at each other, and they kind of like laugh. Like, I think this elf thinks it's a book.
Well, he's a short read, that's for sure.
I kind of like ruffle up a little bit. I'm better than a book. And I march out.
Oh, he's upset. The books kind of look at you, and that kind of like stuck them off a bit, because like they kind of realize too this whole place is run by a flesh brain. They're kind of like, all right, whatever. They like let it go.
That was the most passive-aggressive D&D moment ever.
I don't mean that to be passive aggressive.
I want to know. I want to know, out of character, what the fuck is this thing?
What thing?
Where Sassy is. This, what is this?
That was the target painted
That was
there.
the target that that they were shooting the cannon at.
Okay. I did not know that. I didn't know what the fuck that was. Okay.
So yeah, the only thing you guys didn't go into was the law offices and book.
Yeah.
Honestly, you didn't miss much.
I kind of want to know what happened with the aftermath of the dragon crashing. I really want to know how that ended up.
That still has to like centrally process before the result of that action is known.
Yeah.
You think I expected that to happen? Like, come on.
Also on that, like,
it went towards town. So
We'll just have to wait until we leave the library.
yeah. On another small note, though, weren't we supposed to like learn the court of Asmodeus or some shit? That was the whole reason to go to Law Book of Book.
Well, no, it wasn't originally the reason to go to La Bibliotech. Was because
No.
as you
Yeah.
escaped with Artemis, you were supposed to be led here to learn information about the culling.
Which we did, but there was some issue about the court or whatever.
Yeah, we probably could have taken them the scroll.
see, I mean, the court was really. Oh, you mean the big scroll of the record of the trial of Asmodeus or whatever?
Weren't we supposed to like look that up in Book and Book?
You didn't look that one up.
Oh, so he doesn't know anything? Is that what you're trying to tell me as a player?
I mean, yes, right. Like, I mean, you just had this record, and so this record was also like knowledge to this library.
Mm.
You know, they're happy to have it, but they don't really know. You know, like, you have any specific questions, right?
Not specific.
Like, they don't know anything more general.
Okay. Well, I mean, if nobody wants to look into it or ask anything about it, I guess we're done.
The only other thing like I would really benefit from in this dungeon is learning about my past, because the Zlanti language is such a rare and magnificent thing that no one knows, and I am the last Zlanti.
Are we supposed to know that?
So we have in one party the last gnome and the last Atlantic.
Yeah.
Can I be the last? Can I be the last war cleric?
I'm really, really tired of this rogue competing with me.
Because he's fabulous. You gotta stop stepping on those toes.
My character over the time has begun to have a liking for this gnome in a really weird and strange way.
You're not Gamby's type.
So Gamby suspects at this time.
Awkward.
That's what you think.
All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. I'm fucking tired.
Wait, before you go to bed, Bear, just big dungeon. Level up?
Wait, so one more thing. You guys, on your way out, you go by the front desk. You see Barnabas Jackson. He's fucking dead too.
No! What?
Meow. There's
He's
a bunch
not
of cats. I mean, there's a bunch of guards standing around him, and yeah, he's totally dead. He's laying on the desk, and he has the same kind of thing where he has no pupils, and he's just like open-eyed, like no soul left in him. And
Hey, you bastard!
The guards look at you really weird, and they like try to usher you out. I'll go back to the splash screen. Tune in next week. Fat Thumb's adventure continued. Everybody levels up.